are now about to witness the awesome, crushing might of the U.A.G.S. Robinson Show. Stomper! Woo!
Good.
Welcome, my friends, to a show that seemingly never ends. This is version. What? Oh, SpaghettiOs. Hold on, I can find it. I know I can find it. This is version. Wait. It is version 3, 4, 3. I'm professional. Eugene S the showstopper. I'm your host, Eugene S. Robinson. We're gonna have Bob Riley sing us in as he has every week. This 2007. The song is called Intro All of Nothing from The Calling of the Just. Stigmata is the band, still available on Revelation Records in Huntington Beach, California, where they shoot you to death in a nightclub, hit your car with a hammer, and run your mayor pro tem out of town on a rusty rail, open for some standard restaurant in Central Florida that will inevitably fail. But listen well.
I'm on my way back to nowhere. I took my time,
but I could not see something when I'm taking a real good look at you.
Now I'm taking a real good look
at your face.
I'm on my way back to there.
Being payback and for always nothing. Okay, well, let it sit where it lay. Let's put the head on the ends. Man, let's adjust this. You see the black belt hanging in the background? Yeah, don't let's not forget. Everybody's jiu-jitsu journey is different, but mine sucks none the same. Oh shit. Joey, the fuck. You're right, man. Sorry everybody. He's right, and I gotta change that because that is bad. That is bad. He caught it. Sorry. The Substack. Salinger is right. How could I blow it so badly here? Where is it? What paragraph is it in? Oh yeah. Here we go. Down where I start talking about the Jesus prayer. Oh, that's embarrassing. I should have an editor. Fuck off, editor. Not that. Where is it? Where is the thing? I can't even find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Like the Jesus prayer, it's Salinger. Sorry. Yeah, I'm multitasking, man. And Salinger's Freddy and Zoo. That's a fucking embarrassment, man. That I feel like beating me up. There we go. Weesh. Did somebody else catch it? Nobody else caught it yet. All right, JB, good for you. That's what I owe you a drink for that one. All right, so where was I? Oh, let me get back to the show. I get lost. Okay, thank you, sir. This is a 3, a 4, a 3. Talk about bad fathering 101. It's going to be great in the next few weeks. You know what's going to happen? On her birthday, what I gave my second daughter, I get a massively significant, a huge box, a professional grade tattoo deal. It comes with the printer. It comes with the inks. It comes with the multiple guns and the tips and the points. It comes with gloves. It comes with and it came with everything except an autoclave because she's a good artist. And so I gave her a home tattoo kit, essentially. She's got a good job at ad agency. But I don't know a single broke tattoo person. And it's a good way to mix commerce and art, right? And she said, oh, well, I'm coming home for Christmas. And I said, bring your tattoo gun. Bring the tattoo gun. She goes, why? I go, I want you to give me something. I want to be your first customer. She goes, all right, I will. So there are a lot of pitfalls here. But one, I know she's a good enough artist to handle it. And two, you got to start somewhere. And why not friends and family? And I got enough hackish tattoos on my body that I wouldn't exactly mind one very specifically done by Ruby. So that's what we're doing during the Christmas holidays. But I digress. This show is not about that. 343 is not about that at all. Let's go back a little bit. I'm guessing some of you, is there evidence by Jay-Z? Power tools. No, I'm going to give what I give every year, which is I give everybody weapons. Power tools, no. But let's not get caught up in holiday talk quite yet, because I want to go back. All right. So when Whipping Boy was on tour in 1982 or 83, sorry, I can't remember the year, not significant for this story. In a colossally unwise move, our guitar player at the time, Steve Ballinger, ties in. He's mentioned in today's Substack. Decides that since we're going on tour and it would be nice to have somebody to sell merch in a roadie, that one of his students, he was a biology teacher at a high school. One of his students who was graduating and then going to NYU in the fall. Said that her parents had okay her being a roadie with us if we were okay with it. We're like, one person in the band, a chick, fine, whatever. Sell merch, keep count at the front door. This will be a great, it's great. Well, what we didn't know, as 17-year-olds might, that what happened is she told her parents it was a school trip. The Whipping Boy tour was a school trip. Of course, it was not a school trip. And at one point, and this is well in the days before cell phones, her parents call, they can't get a hold of anybody. They call his wife. And his wife is panicking, not wanting to get him in trouble, not knowing what the hell is going on, and not being a fan of the band anyway, says that she doesn't know. Now the parents are a little panicked. How is it that the biology teacher's wife doesn't know where he's gone and what he's doing with their daughter? So all of a sudden, the school gets involved. There's craziness. And in Chicago, he says, look, he calls home to discuss with his wife what's going on. Another man answers the phone. I go, well, where's the phone? Now in cell phone days, it doesn't matter. He goes, the phone is in my bedroom. I go, well, there's a time change, a time difference. Yeah. I called after we played. It's 2 a.m. That means in California time, it's midnight. What is Jim doing answering my phone, my bedside phone at midnight? He goes, fuck this. She's got to go. This is costing me too much trouble. We're almost to NYU anyway. And my wife has to come join us on tour because I don't want to come home to no marriage. So that's what happened. As it turns out, we don't get into this later, but there's a strong, actually, I'm not going to dish. It's not my business to dish. So let's get to the point of the story. So she says she finds some other punk rock guy. They hitchhike to New York, where she meets, falls in love with, and has a child with my friend Roger from Agnostic Front. This ties in because the picture of the show is Vinny from Agnostic Front, Vinny Stigma, who just had a birthday. So that's the story. But at one point, the bass player, foreshadowing in literary terms, says, why do we bring her on tour? And I go, why? What's the problem? He goes, everything she says to me, I have one of 3 responses, and sometimes all 3. So what? Who cares? Why are you telling me? Wasn't like she was bad. Wasn't like she was bad at her job, like she was shitty at merch, couldn't count, was bad at math, was a drag on the system, needed to stop every half an hour. None of that. He just wasn't interested. She was talking about music and art, and this is the guy who fundamentally became a pathologist. Looks at slides with bacteria on it all day. He was a good musician, but this wasn't going to be his life's journey. He doesn't give a fuck about music. So, and somehow she thought that he was the most reasonable one to talk to. So she talked to, which was a good call. Good call. So I'm not shitting on that call. He was the sanest one in the group and the one least likely to try to fuck her. So perfect. But listen, she turned 18 before we left on the road. FYI. So I started thinking, that's pretty much the troika. So what? Who cares? Why are you telling me? And I have to say, UFC 310, which is what happened last night, I read all MMA press as it stands, up including the one I was most recently affianced to, and now is now called MMA Draw. And everybody said the same thing before. And this is like the Thomas Wolfe thing. You Navy guys, you go in there, you all look different. You come out, you all look the same. How's that? Scared. Through YouTube? I don't think so. It used to be, but too many people were to home record knee knocker. We got to figure a way to monetize this shit. So it used to be, but you got to go. I think you could get away. I think it's $1, $5 to subscribe with nothing. It's easy. See something. But anyway, so everybody said the same thing on paper. And you're in trouble when people start using phrases like on paper. On paper, that evening should have worked. It should have worked in total. Let's go through, if I had still had care or don't care, let's go through the number of fights that I cared about. And when I say care, I mean on a scale of 0 to 100, 51% major look factor. Okay. Kenny and Juco and I don't really give a fuck about but Kennedy, who I love to hate, he was fighting. All right, so I would have cared about that. Clay Guida, I don't want to see in there fight again, but I would have cared about him and Chase Hooper. That's 2. Chiesa, I don't really give a fuck about, but we're talking 51%. That's 3. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's go. Cody Durden, I made fun of him enough over the years because of Tyler Durden. Well, and I don't know who the fuck Joshua Van is, but okay, that's 4. Chris Weidman, do we even have to finish that sentence? 5. I got 5. This is an unusually careful card. Careful card. That's 5. Let's keep going. Vicente Luque and Nick Diaz canceled. Randy Brown and Brian Battle, care. Fan of Randy Brown. Evloev and Sterling, care. It's 7 now. Vicente Luque and Gorimbo, care. 8. Dominic Reyes and Anthony Smith, 9. 9 cares. 9 cares. Okay, where do we go? Nate Landwehr and Troy DeWitt, actually care. I care. Bryce Mitchell, Kron Gracie, care. Still got, there's literally only one fight on this card that I care about, and still, man. And when it came down to actually getting a pay-per-view, what do you say? I'll let June know. I'll let June know. All right, because all of a sudden you got complicated. And I don't understand this. These computer technologies. I am but a simple caveman. But anyway, so I actually, some of you called attention the illo that June made for last week's show from that movie with Billy. Where they have the rape in reverse and put Carter's face on it. That was tough shit. I didn't mean to tell June, hats off, you're worth every penny of that $100 a month. That was fucking edge. So 9, 10 fights in the card that I care about. And my opinion at this point now, at 11:45, the next day after the fight, is still meh. So what? Who cares? Why are you telling me? Which is what the UFC have gotten themselves into in a really unfortunate turn of circumstances. Had they not fucked us so badly over the last year, over the last 12 months even, we would actually be excited about this, but we know the two-step is familiar to us at this point, you know? And then, just in case we weren't sure, I don't know if you've seen Trent Reinsmith put it out there, somebody had the stones finally to ask him at a press conference, what's the update with the Conor situation? He goes, what do you mean? What you need is a journalist like me. So what the fuck you mean? What do I mean? If Hunter Campbell got busted for smoking crack and high speeding with a hooker, as well as a rape charge, like the other Hunter in question, you'd be all over that. So don't act like I'm the idiot for asking the question that I need an answer to. Where's you? Well, he's not fighting until next year. You stuttering, muttering prick you. Would it be different if he raped the wife that you beat up last year? Oh, now suddenly I've crossed the line. The fuck out of here. God. You know, whatever little air bubbles of controversy that managed to struggle to the top of what was a fairly underwhelming card, despite the great names on it, whatever gas bubbles make it to the top, yeah, you know, it's not enough. It is not enough. Yeah, I mean, you know, there was controversy. Yeah, Sterling got robbed. Gone was a questionable, but soft win anyway. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. JP's got it right. His best friend just died. He's getting pummeled and he's weeping in the ring. Let's go to Joe for the book. I mean, come on. Come on. They managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And I don't even say this was victory. Rand. There were a lot of questionable judging on the card. Why? Because there was no card on the card. There was no card. There was no anchor baby on this card. There was no fight where you go, I don't give a fuck what else they have on this card. I'm watching because, you know, and you all boats rise. Say what you want about Johnny Boney Joni. That was a deal. Him fighting against Stipe, we didn't really care about the other fights in the card. That was enough. That was enough, and that was not nearly enough. You have had a crisis of faith here in the UFC, and it's your job to seduce us. Because you know what? The reality of it is you need us.
To it.
That's 343. Thanks for listening. I don't think I covered everything. Read the Substack. Send the Substack to your friends. Repost it. If you don't want to give me the actual cash like TM, that guy is a man among men. Then at least get more people to read. Thank you for listening. No, Carlos did not. He hired a Trump finally as a co-counsel, a Trump attorney, which is how he got it pushed back sentencing from November 13th to December 13th. But he has not done anything but antagonize the judge aggressively. And I got goods on some of the people in his videos. Some of the, like, when it gets crazier and crazier. I can't even talk about it. I was holding my breath until the 13th. We'll see that. I've been seeing the letters of pleading for leniency. I haven't seen my letter, which I pled for a longer, lengthier sentence. But I have my spies and they're working overtime. But thanks for listening. We'll see you soon. Look what you made me do! I love that, bloody.